Hi guys! So today's video is a little bit different. I'm going to be reading some true or allegedly true paranormal stories sent in by you guys, my amazing YouTube family of subscribers. And very quickly, before I get into that, can you comment below right now to let me know what your favourite thing about my channel is? So is it the paranormal investigations or ghost hunts? Is it the urban legends? Is it the weird and freaky stories? Is it the creepy pastas? Let me know and I will work on creating more of what you love, because this is for you. Now without further ado, let's get in to the creepy stories. This first story has come in from Carol. My husband has 2 stories of working on the London Underground. He used to work nights, heading up a team of engineers who were doing track maintenance whilst the trains weren't running. On one occasion, he was working at Rotherhithe Station, which is close to the border with Kent and has a long tunnel that goes under the Thames. He was on the platform, and one of his workers was on a scaffold tower over the track. The worker turned round and looked towards the end of the platform, froze, and went as white as a sheet, and then started shaking. My husband shouted, "Are you okay?" And he replied, "There's a man on the end of the platform. Can't you see him?" My husband, Steve, looked but couldn't see anything, but his co-worker insisted there was a man wearing a top hat standing on the end of the platform. Several other co-workers also looked and couldn't see anything. The poor guy was shaking so much they had to get onto the scaffold tower to get him safely down. That story was so creepy. Okay, we got a few more from Carol. The second one was also at Rotherhithe Station. My husband was walking in the tunnel along the tracks under the Thames. There are several recesses in the tunnel wall that lead to a bigger space behind the tunnel. My husband could clearly hear a baby crying, so with his head torch on full beam, he went to investigate, but of course there was nothing there. He spoke to the station supervisor, who said they had had similar reports before. I don't know about you guys, but there's something really creepy about the sound of a baby crying when it's in a paranormal setting, if that makes sense. Creepy. Okay, more stories from Carol. My son works at the Grand Theatre in Swansea, which is said to be haunted. One day there was a photographer in who said he could hear screaming. He followed the noise backstage, down the corridor to the basement, and to a door to a room. He put his ear up against the door and the scream came again, but really loudly. He opened the door to find nobody there. On another occasion, my son was walking along the basement corridor and could hear footsteps following him. He turned around to see who it was, but of course, there was no one there. So those were all Carol's stories, and I just want to say thank you so much, Carol, for sending those in to me to read on my channel. And finally, we have a story from Veronica. So I've lived in haunted houses for as long as I can remember. The 2 that left its biggest mark on me is a home in Iowa, then one in South Dakota. The one in South Dakota had a much darker spirit, but I won't go too much into it because that is a whole different story. And Veronica, I can't wait to hear that. Anyways, I moved to Mississippi 2 years ago, and when I first moved, I lived in a small little apartment with no activity at all. Then I moved into this older trailer built in the 70s. When I first saw it, I didn't have any spooky vibes or anything. The only weird thing is that for my walk-in closet, there's a lock on the outside of the door, so if someone got locked in, there would be no way out. It also smelled so bad. I didn't think too much of it because it's an older trailer. About 3 months into living here, I started to hear footsteps in the hallway. Human footsteps. I live alone with cats, and they were sleeping on the couch at the time. At this point, I know the sounds of animals and the stuff in the trailer because I've been there a few months. I didn't do much with it because it wasn't harming me. The footsteps continued mostly during the day, but I just ignored it. Then one day I was editing a video and my cats were sleeping on the couch again when I heard a huge crash. Sounded like glass breaking. I looked everywhere and nothing was broken. This was at 3 p.m. Then things started to get darker. At night I felt like something was watching me. No voices or anything, but it felt like darkness just watching me. Then my kitchen lights have been turning on and off around 4 a.m. The first time it happened, I honestly thought someone broke into my home, but it continued every morning. There are nights I'm so scared that I have to spend the night at my nana's. I have not tried communicating with it because I am scared things will escalate. I don't know what it is, but it feels dark. I light white candles with my name carved into it for protection, which helps most of the time. But some nights I still feel whatever it is around me. Thank you so much, Veronica, for sending in your story. And please keep in touch to let us know how things are going. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed it. And also, if you're not yet subscribed, please consider coming to join our YouTube family here, where we love everything creepy, freaky, strange, weird, scary, mysterious, disturbing, and all that good stuff. Just click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time I upload a video. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.